Moving now to the receiver of the brand new Superstar Lord, which has been sent in by a customer for, with it being a new set, he wanted it at peak performance. So I've already done the video on the transmitter. We're now going to go for the receiver. The first coil that I'll want to adjust on this, I'll just turn that down. On the receive side of things is L104, which is that one there. So to the left of we've got the aerial socket there, it's the left hand one. Now I'm looking at my test set, which includes a synod meter and an oscilloscope, so I'm just looking at that for maximum performance. A little bit gain there. There we go. Now I suspect that one will be the detector. This is guesswork. I don't have a manual. We'll just switch that other camera in so you can just see the oscilloscope there. We'll just change the gain so you've got a reasonable sized trace. I've put a big signal on the signal generator. This is should be the FM detector. I suspect it's this one here, which is L110. So you've got the FM subsystem IC there. So I suspect it's that one. It is, I'm right. Very fine adjustment on that. And that's set that up. Now the next thing we need to do, I'm going to leave that coil well alone. I'm not sure what it does, and I'm not going to make any mistakes, just in case it's part of the AM circuit. Now then, I'm going to just check that the meter reads S9 for a 100 microvolt input. So I've set the test set to 100 microvolts. I'll now look at the meter, and it says spot on S9, so it's absolutely calibrated as I would expect it to be. However, if it wasn't, the receive level, meter level preset is that one there. So that was the transmit level for the meter, that's the receive level for the meter. It's nice when something's adjusted right. Now I'm going to go for the squelch. This does have auto squelch, but without again having a manual, I'm not quite sure how they've achieved that. I've just set the squelch to full, and I now want to see how that performs with the test set. Well, in actual fact, the test set never comes in, so that actually wants backing off because it's too strong. And the squelch preset here is this one. So we'll just back that off a fraction. That's better. That works how we'd expect now. Now I've turned the squelch down to minimum. I'm going to do a sensitivity check. Just turn that camera off. Do you know, I'll tell you what, this is fantastic receive. That is 0.3 of a microvolt, and you can still hear the tone on the test set. 0.25, 0.2, 0.15. I can still just hear the tone there, and we've lost it at 0.1. That is phenomenal receive sensitivity. That's very impressive, because some of the modern sets have been quite disappointing. I was very disappointed with an Albrecht set, which was one of the quite expensive models recently. Anyway, that's how we go. Sensitivity is beautiful, the S meter's set right. Now we'll just see how the squelch works if I turn the signal generator off and set the squelch. That's threshold, signal generator on. That's fair enough. Now we'll see how the auto squelch tracks. So I'm now switching it to auto squelch. Switch the signal generator back on. Yeah, that tracks pretty well. So some of those auto squelches are just preset squelch. I'm not quite sure how this one works. There's a little subboard there. Is that something to do with it? I don't know. As I say, I don't have a manual. But at least we've now got more performance out of this radio for the customer, and that's what they asked me to do. So I'll now put it back together and we'll put it on the aerial.